This is the first video in a multi-part series
on how to cool down your twin cam and M8 Harley Davidson. The whys of cooling down your twin cam and M8 engine. Very simple. The bike you spent all that money on is going to last longer. It's going to have more power. It being cooler, radiating less heat on you, you're going to be more comfortable, and it's going to get better miles per gallon. So, why and how to cool down twin cams and M8 engines. Twin cams since 2007, they've always run hot, but since 2007 they've run really hot. And normal, every Harley does it, temperatures. And then on the bigger bikes, you know, the baggers and the trikes, it is normal. It's not right, but it's normal to see them over 300 degrees. And you'll have, you'll take your bike into the dealership and say, man, I saw the temperature, engine temperature and oil temperature at 310 degrees. I'm really concerned about it. They're going to tell you it's normal. And if you get someone who's knowledgeable and honest, they'll tell you it's not right, but it is normal. And it's just the way that they have to run the engines hot to meet the EPA standards. So why are we even talking about how to cool it down? Well, we get questions every day, multiple questions every day from customers. One of the questions that we get on a pretty regular basis is people saying, hey, I know my bike's running hot. I know I need to do something to cool it down. Which is better? Should I get different exhaust? Should I get cooling fans? They might not have the money, or they might just think they only need to do one thing to cool their bike down. But a lot of times we get the question, I'm looking at doing this or this. I'm looking at getting fans or changing the exhaust. And so we just get all kind of questions about what they can do to cool their bike down. Why is it running so hot? Even though the Harley dealership had told them it's normal, they're just not comfortable on their bike. They've spent $20, $30, $40, even $50,000 on their Harley Davidson, and they're not comfortable on it because it's too hot. So this is a multi-part series on where we're going to go over why you should cool down your twin cam or M8 engine, and then what are the different steps to take to get it cooled down. The whys of cooling down your twin cam and M8 engine. Very simple. The bike you spent all that money on is going to last longer. It's going to have more power. It being cooler, radiating less heat on you, you're going to be more comfortable, and it's going to get better miles per gallon. We're going to get more into detail on this as we go through this series, but a lot of people go, oh, well, the newer Harleys are water cooled. And Harley's name for it is they're twin cooled. Twin cooled means that they do have some liquid cooling that goes through the heads, and it just goes around the exhaust valve in the heads. It doesn't go through the whole engine. A lot of people are surprised to find out that the twin cooled bike is really not a water cooled engine. Just one little part of the head, but none of the actual big part of the engine, you know, the block, none of the cylinders, and only around the exhaust valve, not even around the intake valve. So you have air-cooled bikes, you have twin-cooled bikes, which are where the water or antifreeze goes around the exhaust valve. And then the third they have is like this bike here, they're calling an oil-cooled bike. And that's because it's the regular air-cooled, but instead of running water around the jackets, around the exhaust valve, they're running oil, and they have the much larger oil cooler, and so they're calling those oil cooled. And they all run too hot. We'll end up part one in this series with something that on the surface makes no sense at all. The twin cooled bikes, the quote-unquote water cooled bikes, actually run hotter than the regular air cooled bikes. And the reason for that is really simple. On every touring bike since 2007, when they had to really start conforming to EPA standards and get these bikes really hot, every touring bike had an oil cooler right down in the front, behind the front fender. They knew it needed an oil cooler to shed the heat. to get rid of that heat. And when they went to the twin cool bikes, there was only one place to put the water pump, according to the Harley engineers, and that's right where the oil cooler was. And so there's no more oil coolers on the twin cool bikes. And any test you do on a twin cool bike versus an air cooled bike, apples to apples, is going to be hotter on the water cooled bike. And we're going to get into that more in the next video. So this is the first part of a multi-part series. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. You all ride safe out there.